Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama Bee Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. Now, from the Alpha Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
Good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. It is 4:57 p.m. Central, 5:57 p.m. Eastern. On your Wednesday afternoon, July 5th, 2023, we're watching some strong thunderstorms yet again across East Alabama and West Georgia. We have a couple of special weather statements been issued by the National Weather Service out of Birmingham. Special weather statement there for eastern sections of Chambers County. That special weather statement is in effect until 5:15, so about 17 more minutes. We have a strong thunderstorm across the eastern side of Chambers County, and that storm is moving to the east at around 16 miles per hour. We could have some small hail within this storm and maximum sustained wind gust of around 40 miles per hour. And then we also have, for the same storm, a special weather statement that's been issued by the National Weather Service office out of Peachtree City. This is for western Troup County, primarily around West Point Lake. And this also goes out until around 6:15 Eastern, and it's going to be for maximum sized hail of around dime-sized, and they're showing wind gust of around 50 miles per hour. So anywhere between 40 and 50 mile per hour wind gust, anywhere from pea-sized hail up to dime-sized hail possible within this storm this afternoon. Let's go down a little bit closer. We'll take a look at where this storm is situated, basically from just south of Fredonia back up to Holiday Park, right there along Highway 109 in Troup County, and it's moving to the east-southeast at around 15 to 20 miles per hour. So that's going to run right completely over West Point Lake. So if you're up there at Holiday Park, Amity Park, any of the parks around West Point Lake this afternoon, you got Southern Pines Campground, Long Cane. There's the lake you can see, and the portion of the storm they're talking about is going to be up here to the north, coming through Fredonia and Abbott's Ford now, and that's moving to the east-southeast, and we'll cover all of West Point Lake. Down here at West Point Dam, you've got a small shower down there right now, but that's not the storm of concern. It's the one to your north. If you look back up to the north, you'll be able to see those dark clouds there coming towards you down there in West Point. So again, down here on West Point Lake, all of your locations out there, your campgrounds, you want to make sure Long Cane Park over there, Southern Pines Campground, make sure that you're in a safe place. Now, this is not a severe thunderstorm warning. It's a special weather statement, but it's still packing enough punch for it to be dangerous if you're out there on the water or if you're camping in any of the parks around West Point Lake. So heads up to you. Go to a safe place, bathhouse, certainly a safer location than an RV or a tent. Make sure that you are protecting yourself until this storm moves through. Now, that's not the only area where we're seeing some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. We've also got the northern end of all of this up there in Randolph County. So we have pretty heavy rain between Malone and Roxton, down to around Dickert and back over toward Roanoke. It's raining pretty hard. And maybe an occasional stroke of lightning up there in that southern Randolph County portion of the storm. But the heaviest part of this storm, without question, is going to be just south of 5 Points back over to about Lee's Crossing over in LaGrange and moving to the southeast down toward West Point Lake. So we're getting a new advisory here. This is going to be a special weather statement for Elmore County. So let me zoom out and we'll go take a look at this. Yeah, it's a pretty nasty looking storm down there just north of Montgomery. That stretches from about Prattville over to Wetumpka, and then to a point just south of Wetumpka, and just north of Montgomery. And this is moving to the east-southeast also. So if you're traveling from, let's say, Auburn, Opelika, back toward Montgomery, or if you're about to leave Montgomery, you're going to be caught in this out there on I-85 also. Places like Shorter, Alabama is probably going to be ground zero as this crosses over I-85. So take note of that if you're traveling on I-85 this afternoon. That's looking at it from the radar site there just east of Montgomery. Let's switch back to Birmingham and take a look at it off the Birmingham radar as well. There you go. We got some small showers popping up in north central Cleburne County. Some showers just south of Coleman, just north of Birmingham, but and then some showers over in southwest Alabama. But the two big storms right now, that one down there in Autauga and Elmore in northern Montgomery County, and then the storm down here in Chambers County, western Troup, and it stretches back up into southern Randolph there as well. Looking to the north, we have some scattered showers up in northwest Georgia around Rome. And then just some popcorn storms, we call them, scattered across northwest Alabama back into portions of eastern Mississippi. Down on the Gulf Coast, a lot of folks still hanging out at the beach for 4th of July. One big thunderstorm now just to the north of Fort Walton Beach, or northeast, or just near Crestview, Florida, right there along I-10. And that storm has prompted a severe thunderstorm warning. We have a couple of them down there, one around Andalusia, and then the other down there just to the northwest of Crestview, Florida. So that's what's going on this afternoon. Again, no warnings, just special weather statements, primarily looking at this particular storm here in southern Randolph, eastern Chambers, and western Troup County this afternoon. We'll put it in motion for you so you can kind of see the direction that it's moving. You folks in downtown LaGrange will likely get some of this storm. It's moving in out there around Lee's Crossing now. Very slowly to the east, maybe a little bit of a southeastern component to it. And it looks like that the northern piece of it up in Randolph County might be in the process of intensifying as well. We're showing a hail marker just west of Rock Stand, so we're giving you about a 60% chance of some hail. It would be very small, crossing over 431 right there at Rock Stand, maybe just a little bit north of downtown Rock Stand. And in Roanoke, just some light to moderate rain moving through. Occasional stroke of lightning up here on the north end of this thing coming across 431 at Rock Stand. And then some lightning across eastern Chambers and western Troup this afternoon. Let's see if we've got anything going on in the chat room. Becky's watching us from the Beulah community down in Lee County. Jason, dark clouds rolling in downtown Hughley. Absolutely. Kim says that she's staying weather aware with Dr. Don, County Road 43 in Wadley, Alabama. Hearing lots of thunder off to her west. And a little rain taking place. I think, Kim, that thunder is actually going to be off to your east. If you're up here on County Road 43, you're actually going to be hearing that thunder up there. You're going to be hearing the thunder coming from that portion of the storm that's about to move through Rock Stand. So that would really be to your northeast. Yeah, you could be hearing some of this stuff down here about to move into Tallapoosa County, but that's nothing of any great concern right now. Alexander City, you might get a little bit of the northern end of this as well. And let's see here. Thunder in Roanoke. We got any rain in Casita? No. All of this is going to be north of you in this particular storm. Now, could something else form and bring you some rain down there in Casita? Yeah, sure could. But for the moment, everything is a little bit north of you, and it's moving to the east. Kimberly on County Road 65, Broughton. Mickey says just a shower and some light thunder at Rock Stand for now. That was at 5:10. It's not quite 5:10 yet. It's 5:07. But yes, I think that there's a chance, Mickey, you could see a little more rain. It should intensify a little bit. And there's also a little hail in that thing. But, I mean, that hail is going to be very small. I mean, it's really nothing to be that concerned about. Only a 60% chance that we have any in it anyway. Heather is watching from Cragford, Alabama on County Road 49 over in Clay County. Not a whole lot happening over there. Heavy rain on County Road 33. Yeah. You're probably in that piece right there that's about to cross over 431, if I had to guess. And that's where that heavy rain is. Brittany asking the question, is it going to be the rest of the day? Not this particular storm. It's moving off to the east at about 18 miles per hour. Could other storms pop up? Yes, they could. At the moment, there really isn't a whole lot out there, just a few scattered showers around. The heaviest, without doubt, is that stuff in eastern Chambers County and western Troup. And then down around Montgomery, you've got that storm coming out of Watauga County into southwestern Elmore, northern Montgomery. Those are the two biggest storms out there across central Alabama and over into Georgia this afternoon, for now anyway. You're welcome, Sharon. Heard County. Hey, Stephen. You got some clouds over there in Heard County from the south end of the county up to around central Hatchie, but no storms. I mean, you got a little bit of rain down there in the extreme southwest. Now, the stuff coming through Rock Stand over in Randolph is moving east, so that probably will give the southern third of Heard County some rain over the next 30, 45 minutes. And we're having a few more small patches develop off to the west behind the first round. That may develop. That's coming in right there on Highway 48. So that could develop for Wedowee, which by the time it got over into Heard may put it over Franklin. We'll see. Beginning to sprinkle in LaGrange. Thank you, Starla. You're welcome, Stephen. But again, in case you just joined us, we're here because of a couple of special weather statements. The first being for the Chambers County portion of this storm over in eastern Chambers County. Now, you're down here in Lafayette, you're fine. This storm is up to the northeast of Lafayette, right there along the Alabama-Georgia state line, and then the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City issuing a special weather statement for their portion of the storm over in Georgia. Understand, Alabama is controlled by one weather office, Georgia is controlled by a different weather office, so that's why we have two different special weather statements here, because that's the state line. And so primarily the threat here is going to be across West Point Lake, and it's a special weather statement. It's not a severe thunderstorm warning, but wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour, some very small hail, and of course dangerous lightning and torrential rainfall are all the threats, stretching anywhere from Lynette all the way back up to about Standing Rock as this storm moves off to the east. So if you're out there on West Point Lake, you want to be in a safe place. An RV or camper or tent is not considered a safe place. You need to be in a bathhouse or something sturdy as this storm moves through. You know, a 40 or 50 mile per hour wind can wreak havoc on RVs and certainly on tents. And then if a tree were to fall, you know an RV is no match for one of those big old southern pines. So that's why you don't want to be, if you're camping anywhere down there across West Point Lake, you don't want to be sheltering inside of those campers or tents. You need to be somewhere more substantial. Power flickering in West Point, LaGrange. Well, those two places are mighty wide apart. But, I mean, it could be. We could be having a high-tension line with some problems somewhere out here that could be causing power to flicker in both places. But, yeah, I mean, gusty winds, 20 or 30-mile-per-hour wind on a beautiful sunny day can put a tree limb on a high-power line, and start causing the power to flicker. So, certainly possible. So that's the deal, folks. I'm going to be watching this for you very closely, and in the event that this changes, if we were to see an upgrade to something more significant, I'll be right back with you, and we'll continue our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. We appreciate you joining us this afternoon.
Severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's Weather is powered by Southern Union State Community College, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, East Alabama Bee Company, and is brought to you in part by Southern Auction Solutions, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Genesis Way Clinic in Roanoke, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, Auction 431 South, Town of Wadley, and Bama Diesel Repair. We will continue to monitor the latest weather conditions across the area and return with updates as conditions warrant. This is Dr. Don's Weather,